Hello everybody. I was thinking of making this video because I had a lot of people that were having a bit of trouble just loading up or setting up Synchise mod on the Guilty Gear Strive game. Now, I myself had a little bit of trouble understanding everything and knowing what the hell to do, but after a few moments of tinkering, I managed to understand what was going on and I got it working. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it because wasn't seeing any videos on this, so I was like, what the hell, let's just make one. So let's begin. So the first thing that you're gonna be doing, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, is going into gamebanana.com and look for the Synchise mod on the Guilty Gear Strive section. Now, this mod is made by the wonderful Wistful Hopes. This is a game dev, I think, that is kind enough to put time into it and make this and also the Goku mod as well. Now, the first thing that we're going to be doing is heading up directly into the website. Once you're here, you're going to have the for the mods. So one of the good things that happened was that the mod no longer requires a patch executable that you used to need before. So if you're on the old version, just remember to download the new version because you don't need that anymore. And you can put back the original executable if you have it saved. Now, continuing on, the first thing that we're gonna do is read the note. Always read the note because it has something important here, which is the mod is not compatible with Enverom. Usually, a lot of people are used to just clicking with Enverom and installing the mods and whatnot, but obviously this is different because it's a little bit more complicated than usual to have made and to obviously install, but not too difficult. So the first thing you're gonna do is go into the installation. You can click here, read the installation instructions, and it'll open up this website. Now, once you're here, we'll look into the prerequisites. So you need Guilty Gear Strive PC version and the Unreal Modloader version 2.2.0, and also lastly the SinKiske mod. Now, the first thing you're gonna do is just download these two things. So you go into here, you click it, and you'll have the link. And once you do that, you will load up into the GitHub website, and you can download the RAR, and you will be good to go with that one. Now, after you do that, then download the Synchise mod. Once you click it, it'll take you directly to the Google Drive that he has set up. Just download it, and you will have the other WinRAR. Now, once you have both of those compressed files, the first thing that you're going to do, just to keeping things simple, just you can do this from the desktop if you want to, and so just have both files there. And once you do that, let's go into the first step. It says here, copy the contents of synkise.rar red content into the Steam folder, Guilty Gear Strive red content folder. So I have it here on my E drive, but you might have it on your local disk. So just to let you know, so just go and look it up and go into the Steam folder, Steam apps, common, and get into the Guilty Gear Strive folder. Once you're here, go into the red folder, which is where you're going to do pretty much all your things. And the first thing that we're going to do is load up the character into the content folder. So let's open this up and let's have it here on the side. There we go. And let's open up the Synchise one. So we are going to open up this folder. You have two options. If you don't really use any other mods, I guess you can just copy it over. But since I'm using mods and I just prefer to do it this way, you can open up each of the folders and just copy the contents into each one. So the first thing that we're going to copy over is the core mod, which is the character select slot. And you go into this one, which is going to be empty. So just select it, drag and drop, or copy paste it, whichever way you want to. And then you go back one step behind into the content folder, and now we're gonna deal with the packs. Now once you're in the packs folder, what you're going to do is go into the other one, and you can select all of this and drag and drop them. And the last thing that you need is going to be the logic mod that has the EXH bar. So you grab this, again, copy, paste it into this folder. Again, it's gonna be empty as well. And you're good to go with loading up the character. And that's the first part of the process. Again, not something that is very complicated. Now, let's close up this folder, the Synchise folder, because we're done with loading up the character. Now, the next step is extracting the Unreal Modloader to a folder of your choice. Again, you can do it on your desktop, wherever you want to do it. You can even put it like right next to the file path that we're going to be working it now. Now, you're gonna do the last step, which is copy the Modloader.ini and xinput1_3.dll from the Unreal Modloader. So again, this is the original folder that you just extracted, and the file path is going to be from the tools auto injector, and it's gonna go into the Guilty Gear Strive red binaries Win64 folder. And the last thing that we're going to be doing is changing the loader path in the .ini, which is this one that we're going to copy over, and we're going to change it into the Unreal Engine DLL Modloader file. So again, this is pretty much what you're going to be doing, is letting the ini file who's he going to talk to, which is going to be this one, which is going to be the loader that's going to load up the executable for the Unreal Modloader in order for you to load the character. So let's do this step. So the last step, again, you can keep this folder open. Let's open up the Unreal Modloader 2.2.0, and we're going to go again into the tools folder, auto injector, and here they are. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the xinput and the Modloader. Again, you just copy and paste it, however you want to do it, but where is it supposed to go? So we're going to go back into the Steam folder where the game is, and once you're in this area where you see the Guilty Gear Strive red engine, just click into the red folder, into the binaries, into the Win64, and here it is. Now you're gonna drag and drop it, copy, paste it, however you want to, and you put it in here. Now, once you have it, both of the files here, now you're gonna do the last step, which is going to know the Modloader where is it supposed to communicate. So the first thing that I do recommend is go back into the root folder of the Unreal Modloader 2.2.0, and since you wanted to talk to this file, you can just right click it and copy as path, and it's an easier way to do it. And what you're gonna do is go into the Modloader info. You can open it with a notepad. If you have Notepad++ like I do, then you can do that as well. And with whatever is in here in the beginning, and just delete it. You can just, here we go, just go over it and delete it, and then you paste the new one. Now when you do the copy file path, you're gonna have these extra things that you don't want, so we're gonna trim them off. There we go, and you just save it, and you are good to go. Now you have everything set up, and you pretty much have the Modloader that is pretty much ready to go, and you won't have to do the manual way, which every time that you want to load up Synchise, which would be having a shortcut of this executable, and you can pin it into your start menu or the taskbar, whatever you want to, and you would have to do it manually if you don't want to do the copy and paste thing that we just did. But you would have to click this every time the game opens up, before the games open us up, so in order for the Unreal Engine launcher to load up the character. Now, with this method, you don't have to do that because it's going to be done automatically. Because again, it's like the name says, it's an auto injector. So once you do that, the one thing that is going to let you know that you're good to go is that once you click on the game, once you click it, you're going to see this and this pop up. And once you see that pop up, then that pretty much lets you know that you are good to go. Now, since this part is gonna take moments. Well, welcome back everybody. So here we are in the game finally, after a lot of time of loading. So here we are in the game. Let's check out if everything worked. And yeah, seems like everything has worked, and let's check it out. There we go. So Synchise is right there. It's loading up with all of the colors. Pretty good. Pretty cool colors. I like them. Now, let's get into the game here real quick so you can see that he has his bar and all that stuff. So let's load it up here real quickly. So the one thing that I would like to note, I've only had like two things that that have had problems, and one thing is that I usually use Gymless HUD for the game because I really don't like the default one. I prefer to use the Gymless HUD. I think it's a great mod for the UI. You won't be able to, if you use that or any other customizable mod for the UI, you won't be able to see the energy bar for Synchise. So that kind of sucks, but it's part for the course, I guess. Now, as far as anything else, the character works pretty well. You are gonna have no trouble running it, and the other thing that I've had a little bit of an issue would be specifically with the game when it's loading up. Sometimes it seems to happen like I load up the game and I get the Unreal loader when it boots up the game. Sometimes it seems like it's like goes like into the foreground and doesn't detect my controller for some reason, because it seems to be like on top. It's running on top or something, and it just doesn't detect my controller at all. And I've had to use the keyboard and whatnot, but again, it might not be the same experience for you. It's just what has happened to me. Now, as far as those two things, the only thing that I've been able to do to fix it is just shut down the game and restart it up until it just doesn't do it anymore. But as far as that, anything else, it's been fine. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video and you have any wish for me to do the Goku one, if it's anything different from this original installation, because I haven't done it yet, just let me know in the comments or whatever, and I'll try to do that as soon as possible. Thanks again everybody for watching, and have a good one.